Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T-34-85M. It's a Tier 6 Russian premium medium tank. It's located on the north spawn of Siegfried Line, and this one is under the command of Photobomber of FUN2. And yes, he's out of an Arty and into a medium tank. Let's see how he gets on. Well, the T-34-85M was one of the different varieties of T-34-85s that were actually made by the Soviets. They didn't actually make any of them, or many of them rather, and they actually made 35,000 T-34-85s during the war. But they didn't appear until spring of 1944, which meant that they didn't take part in the Battle of Kursk. He fired that one a bit premature, but he's got a fairly fast reload, and yeah, next round hits, and in fact he did get 171 hit points before the enemy was killed. It was an A-20 killed by the Firefly. Okay, getting back to the T-34-85, it actually saw service in World War II and in Korea on the enemy side. Yes, the North Koreans had them and the Chinese had them as well. It sounds like enemy Arty are firing in this direction. It's an 85mm main gun, capable of 180 alpha, and with standard AP it's 144mm. But you can see here that Photobomber's loaded a PCR, which is capable of 194mm of pen. He's landed in a tier 6 game with tier 5 tanks, so he's probably going to be able to do quite a lot of damage, but that was KV2. Well, KV2's got the M10 howitzer as its main armament. So he's capable of doing over 900 if he can get a shot on us. So we really don't want him to fire at us. But he might poke out and we might be able to get a shot. He's keeping behind that wall of rubble at the moment. Standard reload for this tank is 4.99 seconds. You see, Photobomber's got it down to 3.96. Turning around and changing direction. Good idea actually. Under the circumstances, if you've got an enemy tank just not showing to you, then maybe you ought to go to a different spot and try out there. This guy is definitely under fire because he's lost a lot of hit points. In fact, there appears to be an enemy down there, and in fact look, it's the KV2. Yes, he changed direction and went to a different corner, and he's trying to get in through this way. More than likely he will poke out, try to take a spot. That was a bad move by the Achilles, and the VK just hit the bit the dirt to a Bishop. Now we did get spotted there, so the Bishop might try to hit us as well. It may be the Type 58 who's actually looking. Type 58, by the way, is a Chinese T-34-85. Boom! Well, things are not going well for us at the moment. We're 2 down on the enemy, and some of our guys are sitting in the wrong position to actually withstand shot. That was a good one. 169, but yes, I did say it, didn't I? Called it. The Bishop will try to intercept and hit us, and he got us in the tracks. So we need to back off here, change position, and try a different tack. Now there appears to be an M4 A376 wet somewhere around here. That's a premium M4. One of the ones given out in the well, not given out, but qualified for in the D-Day special. There is an ARL. Oh, we don't want to have the front end of him pointing at us, but we've got to round through the side and the high roll for 186. And just testing the quarter. Yeah, I think we can go forward. Oh, and the Bishop takes a chunk out of us. And I think it may have been that they were spotted by that guy. The Stug guy, Aslains. He's not looking at us, but now he is. And he's got the 75mm main gun. Yeah, it bounced his 75, and he's out the game. So at least we got rid of him, but the thing is, we're still spotted. That Bishop, he's going to want to try and get another shot into us if he can. Well, we can see he's actually firing in a different direction now. Is there anybody around this corner? Well, no, but there might be just around the other corner. Because remember, that's where the Juno was. Can we see him? No. There he is. Okay, go through the track wheel at the front. He can't change direction if he's tracked. The KV2's a one shot. He probably saw the unit just go down, and no, he's not going that way. He's actually going past. He's headed the other way, so we can pop out this corner to the left and get a shot on him. But he actually, instead, Photobomber's going to go round him and come up behind. Well, we took a round from Achilles, which is not good. And now we're chasing the KV2, who dies to a bishop shot. Well, we've lost our commander, and that will cut down our view range. That Achilles hit us again with a 17-pounder round. The Jackson's gone. Things have turned completely around now because we're 2 up on the enemy. There's only 4 of them left. They've got the bishop and they've got a Fifi, and the Fifi is busy firing in this direction. Those were the shells from a Fifi. I heard the whistle. There's almost the same sound or different sound from the 105mm and the 4.5-inch howitzer. They do have a slightly different tone. I think people who play the bishop a lot or the Fifi can actually tell the difference. Well, we might not be spotted, but the Achilles might be looking, and we managed to get past. Oh no, we were spotted. See, the Achilles knows we're over here, and he's probably going to be looking at this corner now, so we'll just stay here for the moment. We've gone unspotted. You notice on my replays I set the timer, so if you do get spotted, then you know when. Oh, and he tried to see if we were on the corner by firing blind and failed. So they are testing the water to see if we're here. We're down to 237 hit points, so we really don't want to get spotted and hold. We can only take 2 rounds from the Achilles before we'll be out the game. Okay, we've gone right over to the edge of the map. Oh, and the bishop's been spotted. Have we been spotted? Yes, we have been. Next round could be one that actually hits us directly. Got no shot on the bishop. We need to change position quickly. Both Artys are firing at us, so we need to move fast. Use our speed. The Achilles is in this direction as well. There's the bishop. Now, we could go down next to the water's edge, in fact, into the water, to take those guys out. There's the Achilles. He's not looking our way, so we'll just keep pumping rounds into him until he's out. The bishop can't hurt us at the moment. He's not in a position to. And I think the Fifi may be busy elsewhere. The Achilles is getting shredded. Next round could kill him. He's looking our way, but he goes down. Now, there was another enemy tank. It's the A43, but we can hit the bishop, and we do get him. I don't think the Fifi can see us at the moment. Well, we're changing position anyway. There's only 2 enemies left. The A43 out in the field, and the Fifi, the 105 left H18B2, who's somewhere here in the back area. He's definitely somewhere near the cap, in the tree, or next to the lake, I think. That will be... Oh, there he is. In fact, he's a little further away. He knows he's been seen because the 6th sense will go off, but there's not a lot he can do now. And that's 1 shot to kill. And that's the end of the game. It's all over. They won. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first class tanker for Photobomber of FUN2 in the T-34-85M. It wasn't just any first class tanker, that was the first time he's had a first class tanker, because he got the scrolls underneath to prove it. He also managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. In fact, he got 5 in this one, 1 short of getting a top gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. He also got a sharpshooter for getting 10 or more consecutive hits on the enemy, Master Gunner for getting 5 armor-penetrating shots in a row, Duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, as well as a Fire 4 effect for doing more damage than hit points of his own vehicle. He also picked up a Pascucci's medal for killing the Bishop and the Fifi in the game, and on top of that, he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game overall, and his win rate was 7,650, which is Super Unicum standard and a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, there you go. The highest damage was 2,402 hit points. Second highest was the Type 58 on the enemy team, which is a kind of inferior version of the T-34-85 made by the Chinese. He only got 1,542. Third highest damage, well, that went to the Firefly on our team, who managed 1,316 hit points. When it came to kills, he got the highest number of those. 5 kills went to Photobomber, 3 kills went to the Skoda T25, and 2 kills went to the Gorilla, the AMX ELC Biz on our team, And on the enemy team, their top scorers were the Bishop, the A43, and the Panzerfahr Ausführung H. When it came to base XP, he's got that one too. So he's got the top in all three columns. And he's the only player to get over 1,000 base with 1,295. 823 went to the Skoda and 671 went to the Firefly. So big discrepancy in the number of base experience points out of that one. And I think that's because Photobomber was enjoying himself and he was having a good game. He fired 16 rounds and got 15 direct hits and 15 penetrations. Mind you, he did use a lot of premium ammo in that game. In fact, he actually changed the boxes around, so the premium was the first round selected. 2,402 hit points of damage, of which 171 were at more than 300 meters. And he received 7 hits from the enemy. 2 of those were penetrating shots, 3 non-penetrations, and 4 hits by way of splash damage. Well, the one that was hitting us the most was the Bishop, but he wasn't the only one. The Fifi also tried to take us out. The penetrating shots, they were from the Achilles, I'm afraid. Yes, he was using that 17-pounder to good effect, but the moment that he needed to be pointing in Photobomber's direction, he was actually shooting at somebody else, and of course that gave us the ability to take him out. He did eventually fire one in our direction, but he got a non-penetration shot. The credits-wise, we actually lost credits on that game. 10,981, mostly down to the ammunition. You can see there, he did use premium consumables as well because it speeds up the reload, but unfortunately, he did spend a lot on ammo, and the T-34-85 round is actually quite capable of penetrating with standard AP. You don't need to use the APCR unless, of course, you're trying to mark it, and, well, I'm not sure if Photobomber is trying to mark it just yet, but if he is, then maybe you ought to consider using standard AP because you can get decent penetration. 2,525 experience points altogether for that game as well, because of course you get higher, a bonus for it being a premium vehicle. So it really does work out in the long run for your crews. You get masses of experience and masses of credits if you use standard ammo. And then, of course, this is quite a devastating tank. It's also a very useful tank to platoon in. If you get together a wolf pack, 3 players all going into battle with T-34-85Ms, they can wolf pack on the enemy. They can choose the same target and tear them to shreds in seconds before anybody else can react. And if you pick your targets well enough, then obviously it makes it very, very difficult for the enemy. And you can do a wolf pack mission where you can do what Steve Walsh has been seen doing on his live streams, where you actually get the wolf pack to go into the enemy's rear and cause confusion, which then makes the enemy turn around. And at the moment they turn around, then your teammates will start taking advantage of them. And it's just an idea. Sometimes it does work. I have wolf-packed in the T-34-85M myself, and I can promise you it is a lot of fun because the enemy really doesn't stand a chance. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do send in comments and suggestions, and thank you for watching.